Kelvin fashion, he didn't keep his word on that. He'd rather spend that money on his side chick. Bought her a Ferrari as a push present, but that car, according to the Daily Mail, got repossessed the day after Wendy announced the divorce. You know you can't afford those type of toys, Kev.
I don't recommend that you work with your husband because I made him my manager, and then when I decided to divorce him, he had to be fired. In other words, I made him divorced and unemployed all in one day.
Sharina Hudson has now turned against Kevin Hunter, and the issue seems to revolve around Wendy Williams' money. As news spreads that Wendy may return to television, Kevin is reportedly trying hard to get back into her life and win her trust again. However, things between Kevin and Sharina have fallen apart badly. Their conflict has grown so serious that Sharina is now doing everything she can to make things difficult for him, even warning that if Wendy reunites with Kevin, she could risk losing full control of her finances.
Wendy Williams' husband has filed a $260 million lawsuit claiming that Wendy is being held against her will in an illegal guardianship, has caused all sorts of financial and emotional damage. Problem is, he's divorced from her, and she doesn't like her much.
No, it was not a great divorce.
She doesn't like him much.
And even though she's had to pay him out a whole lot of money over a lot of years, she doesn't want him a part of this, and you know this straight from the source.
Well, I know it straight from the source because before I talked to the source, meaning Wendy, it was just apparent to me. I mean, he's filing this as Kevin Hunter, her friend. I mean, when does a friend have standing to file a 200? She had no idea about this lawsuit.
Right now, it looks very likely that Wendy Williams could finally be released from the strict guardianship she has been living under for more than 3 years. In the beginning, the court placed her under this arrangement after doctors claimed she was suffering from frontotemporal dementia. Because of that diagnosis, others were given control over many parts of her life, including important financial decisions. However, new information has started to change the situation. Wendy recently went through another medical evaluation, and the results reportedly showed no signs that she ever had frontotemporal dementia. According to people close to her, the earlier concerns may have been misunderstood. Some insiders even suggested that what appeared to be serious symptoms might have simply been the result of exhaustion, alcohol use, or temporary health issues at the time. If this new medical report is accepted, there may no longer be a legal reason for the guardianship to continue. Wendy's current manager has also spoken publicly, explaining that she has been slowly improving and regaining stability. He said that she is doing better step by step and is becoming more capable of handling her life again. At the same time, Debmar Mercury, the company that previously produced her talk show, has reportedly kept the door open for her return whenever she feels ready to work again. Whether people loved her style or criticized it, one thing is clear: daytime television has not felt the same since Wendy stepped away. Her bold personality and unfiltered commentary made her show stand out from the rest. Many viewers believe no host has truly replaced the unique energy she brought to daytime TV. If she returns, it could mean a huge opportunity for networks and advertisers because her comeback would likely attract massive attention. There is also another interesting development. Sherri Shepherd's daytime program was recently canceled, leaving an open time slot. Because of that, some people in the entertainment world believe Wendy could potentially reclaim that space if she chooses to come back. With the possibility of Wendy returning to television and earning big money again, someone else has suddenly started showing interest in her life: her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter. Kevin has been claiming that Wendy needs someone she can trust by her side, and he suggests that he could fill that role as her former manager and longtime partner. Still, many people remain extremely skeptical. Kevin's past actions continue to follow him. He famously carried on a long relationship with another woman for years while still married to Wendy, and even had a child outside their marriage. Despite everything that happened, he later asked for financial support during their divorce, while Wendy was already dealing with serious personal struggles. Kevin has also tried to insert himself into her situation in other ways. At one point, he publicly presented himself as someone trying to rescue Wendy from the care facility where she was staying. He even filed a massive lawsuit worth $250 million, arguing that the guardianship was harmful and requesting permission to manage her affairs as her next friend. The court, however, rejected that request. The judge ruled that Kevin was not in a position to take control of Wendy's situation. Even though those efforts failed, rumors suggest he has not completely given up. Some reports claim he has been trying to reconnect through their son, and through whatever emotional bond still remains between them. According to one anonymous entertainment tip, Kevin may be attempting to rebuild the relationship after his own finances took a hit and his former partner left him. Whether those rumors are true or not, one thing is certain. As Wendy's future becomes clearer, many people are watching closely to see who will try to step back into her life.
I am still very much in love with my husband, and anybody who's been married for 5 minutes or 500 years, you know, marriages have ebbs and flows. Marriages are not easy. And don't ask me about mine until you see this gone. And it ain't going anywhere.
According to what Sharina Hudson has been saying lately, getting back together with Kevin Hunter could be one of the worst decisions Wendy Williams could ever make. Sharina believes she understands Kevin's true intentions better than most people because she was once very close to him and saw how things worked behind the scenes. Years ago, Sharina was introduced to Kevin by Charlemagne the God while Kevin and Wendy were still working together. At that time, Sharina had her own dreams. She wanted to become a chef and hoped to build a business with food trucks in different cities. But her life changed after she became involved with Kevin. He reportedly promised her that she would never have to worry about money and that he would take care of everything. For a long time, that promise seemed real. Sharina lived a comfortable lifestyle filled with expensive gifts. She reportedly had luxury cars, jewelry, and even a house that was paid for using money connected to Wendy. Some reports claim that when Kevin did not have enough funds coming in, he would quietly sell items or take belongings from Wendy without her knowledge in order to support the life he had created with Sharina. The heartbreaking part of the situation is that Wendy apparently trusted Kevin deeply. Because she loved him, she did not always question what was happening around her. Even if she started to notice that things were not adding up, Kevin had already created ways to protect himself legally. He could argue that certain things were shared property or claim that Wendy had given him permission during moments when she might not clearly remember. There were also rumors surrounding a charity Kevin ran. Some insiders claimed that the organization was used in questionable ways, including covering certain expenses or buying gifts for Sharina. When Kevin and Wendy traveled for vacations, reports suggested that Sharina sometimes went along too, staying nearby with her own security so she would not cross paths with Wendy. At the time, Sharina did not worry much about how Kevin treated Wendy because he kept telling her that he would eventually leave his wife and fully commit to her. She believed his promises and thought marriage would happen sooner or later. However, after nearly 10 years in that relationship, Sharina reportedly began to question everything and started to wonder if Kevin had ever truly planned to leave Wendy at all.
She is tired of hiding the relationship, okay? She's tired of being a side bitch. She's tired of having abortions and shit like that. And she just wants Wendy out of the picture so that she can live her life out and free with her man and not have to sneak and meet Kevin in random places and shit like that, okay?
Reports claim that Sharina Hudson became pregnant by Kevin Hunter several times before she eventually gave birth to their daughter. According to rumors that have circulated online, each time she became pregnant in the early years of their relationship, Kevin allegedly pushed her to end the pregnancy because he did not want the truth about their relationship getting back to Wendy Williams. The fear was that if Wendy discovered the situation, their marriage and Kevin's comfortable life would immediately fall apart. After dealing with this situation for years, Sharina reportedly reached a point where she felt exhausted and frustrated. She believed Kevin had been promising the same thing for a long time, that he would eventually leave Wendy and start a new life with her. Hoping to force the situation into the open, Sharina allegedly sent a photo of herself and Kevin vacationing together to a media outlet. She thought the picture would expose their relationship publicly and finally push Wendy to file for divorce, clearing the way for Kevin to commit to her the way he had promised. But that moment reportedly became a turning point for Sharina. Instead of everything going the way she expected, she began to realize how complicated and manipulative Kevin's behavior could be. According to some sources, Kevin never truly planned to leave Wendy. After all, Wendy's career and success helped support the lifestyle he enjoyed. If he walked away from that marriage completely, he risked losing the financial stability that came with it. Sharina also began to suspect that many of Kevin's promises were not real. He had talked about saving money for their future together, but reports suggested that the money he described might not have existed at all. At the same time, rumors claimed that Kevin was still speaking to certain media outlets and spreading stories about possibly reconciling with Wendy, hoping the pressure might convince her to reconsider their divorce. Even with all of this confusion, Sharina did not immediately walk away. When their relationship started falling apart and the money reportedly began running low, she thought about returning to live with her mother. Before leaving, however, she tried to find some reason to hold on. During that period, more troubling rumors surfaced about Kevin's behavior toward Wendy during their marriage. Some reports even claimed that authorities were once contacted to check on Wendy, although nothing major came from the situation at the time. There had also been past whispers about arguments and tense moments between Kevin and Wendy, though many of those stories never fully came to light because Wendy often protected him publicly. Now, with Wendy possibly preparing for a comeback, many people believe it would be best for her to keep her distance from Kevin completely. Sharina, who once stood by him for years, now appears to feel betrayed and angry about how everything played out. Some observers say Kevin may finally face the consequences of choices he made for a very long time. Supporters of Wendy continue to hope that she focuses on her recovery, her future, and her independence. After everything she has been through, many fans believe the best path forward is one where she builds a new chapter of her life without old problems following her back.